Welcome to another garden update video. We're going to do a full update this time with a lot of additions, so this may be a long one. We're in Orlando, Florida, Zone 10A. I'm Angela, my husband Richard is here with me, and we're going to introduce you to our plants. So we're going to start here in the raised bed garden, which is just about done for the season. But right here we've got our wild bergamot. We've got some lemon balm. This is lime balm. We've got our cilantro, which we are now growing for the coriander. Our parsley. We've got a dandelion that I'm going to let grow in and keep for the root. And our basil, which is finishing out. This is our entire raised bed garden, which we are now finishing for the season. Okay, we're on the other side of the raised bed garden now, so we're just going to start with what's in the pots.
Here we have the Spanish lime, which is going to be a big tree we're going to keep. We have the Francis Milan rosebush. And then over here we have a Vitex chasteberry bush in a pot. And then over here we have the night blooming jasmine, which I put back in a pot, took it out of the ground. Got a sweet almond bush. Got a little rosemary down here, which I'm going to transplant, and a rue, another medicinal herb. We have the Lippia alba here, which I have one in the ground and one in the pot. I got the tea bush, which is a great pollinator. And this is the pineapple guava I pulled out of the ground. Now it's growing, so.
This is the one that was a total statue.
Yeah. And then we have the Papa Nelson flower. So we have two rose bushes that are going to stay in pots that are very fragrant. And we have tree seedlings over here. We got a couple Java plums that are getting bigger. We have a jackfruit. We have some wax jamboos here, 5 of them. I got a Natchez blackberry cutting that's growing now.
With flowers.
And a red clover. And then here we come over to your Dolly Parton rose bush, which is, you already gotten a bunch of flowers off, and it should make more. We trimmed the Tiffany back pretty good, and this thing now is going to go crazy.
It's making a lot of new growth.
And there was nothing on it a week ago, or 2 weeks ago.
Yep, we had trimmed this down to bare.
And you have your knockout rose, which it's all new growing and adding all kinds of flowers.
We'll start over here with the oregano.
We've got the oregano. We got the chives, 2 of these. We got the Dune sunflower.
This one's gone crazy.
Which is in the ground now. I'm going to have to get it out. Here's garlic chives. And then, around. In here we have a couple Turk's Cap hibiscus. We have a native Florida grass. We got a ground mimosa there. Oh, I think we have a couple Florida natives in a pot in here. Some spotted bee balm and whatnot. I have yarrow in a pot down here, which is doing well. My Navajo thornless blackberry.
This was in the ground. We moved it.
Yeah, it's going to get moved to a new spot. And we have our volunteer comfrey.
Going crazy.
So.
Yeah, we have the seeding type of comfrey.
And you have Biden's alba everywhere.
We actually cultivate it because it's medicinal.
And we got the Florida native pennyroyal, which has flowered and doubled in size. Our giant African basil, which I've cut in half, and it's still gigantic. And then we got the calumet, which is Georgia, Florida. It's considered Florida native. And our fennel, which was in a pot, and now it's come back in the ground. Lemon verbena. I put this lemongrass in the ground here, and it's already doubled in size. And I have a cotton plant over here, which is what actual clothes are made out of. And then we have our jasmine along the fence, which is about to go into full bloom mode here soon.
Smell amazing.
And we got our prickly pear cactus cutting.
Plain. Okay.
Alright, and then we have the Lippia alba we're keeping in the ground here. Makes tea, medicinal. We now have our beauty berry in the ground, which edible berries, and I believe makes some type of, what is it, bug repellent?
Yep, the leaves.
Yep. And we have Yupon holly, which now looks like it's starting to take root finally.
Finally.
It's grown. My yerba mate, which has starting to get huge.
Made flowers.
And we have some ornamental gingers back there. I don't think your shampoo ginger is surviving anymore.
It did not.
Oh, hey. We got the Florida native scarlet salvia came back. And then, of course, we have more of the cactus here that's edible. You can eat these pads. The moringa tree's in the ground. It's going to flower.
Yeah.
So it's happy there.
Look at that. It's got flowers.
Let me come over here. Of course, the elderberry. I chopped this down to head height, and it's coming back, and it's about to go into full bloom, it looks like. A lot of these look like they're making flowers, so.
Good.
And a lot of new additions here.
Yep, this is where we get a lot of updates.
We have a red wax jambu. Makes a really cool fruit. We have the Trompo variety Canistel, which is also called an egg fruit. And then we also have the Kerry variety Carambola, which I had to really retrim it because I think it was cut wrong at the nursery. And we have a Suriname cherry, but it's the Zill Black variety, which is substantially sweeter. And we have our black sapote seedling, which now is starting to really take root. A couple more pots here. I have our bay leaf, bay laurel. I got another patomba in a pot. I have a dwarf Cavendish banana, double Mahai banana, which I thought died, but it's come back. And we have a pigeon pea in a pot. All these will go in the ground at some point. And we have our dwarf everbearing Florida mulberry, which is, I stripped all the leaves and it is loaded with fruits now for being a not very prolific producer. So
yeah, we've been eating the fruits off it already.
It's a good one. Head this way. This is my patomba I put in the ground. It's a neat little citrusy kind of fruit. Something new to try. And our strawberry tree, Jamaican cherry. It's taking off, going crazy. I gotta keep trimming it. We head back here. Cherry of the Rio Grande is now starting to really take off compared to what it was when I planted it. We got a peanut butter fruit here. It's already added a bunch of new growth. It's only been in the ground like a week or two. And then over here we have a Patanga tuba, also called, I believe, a star cherry. So another kind of small tropical fruit. And the Gramachama, or Brazilian cherry, it's really starting to take off. It was just a tiny, tiny seedling when it started. We got the miracle fruit here, which of course is well established now. It was super tiny. And then we have Katuk, which is an edible leaf. It's obviously established too, so.
I'm gonna start harvesting off that.
And over here in pots, I have a dragon fruit. This one I'm not sure of the variety. Work dragon fruit's the next project. I have another night blooming jasmine in a pot. Don't know if that's ever going to go in the ground. Another dragon fruit here. I know that's a red flesh. And then we have another giant comfrey here. That's
most
really
ambitious.
Happy. And our fantastic variety avocado, which has baby avocados on it, so we might get a few this year.
Another dandelion I'm keeping.
And then we have a tea bush, which is the one in the ground, and it's a great Oh, I just shook up all the bees, actually.
Oh yeah, did you see that?
And then we have the Biden's alba in here also, which I let that grow. The bees love it. Here I have a Bali variety soursop. It's grapefruit medicinal, and it's already added massive growth. It's only been in the ground a couple weeks. We head this way.
Oh, yep.
Don't forget these two.
The twins.
Got red sugar apple, and this one had died. I pulled it out and bought the other one, and it came back, so I planted both of them. So we have another red sugar apple. And these are my 6 varieties of dragon fruit. I got Vietnamese white, Egger's baby, a Robles red, Voodoo Child, Natural Mystic, And this one is called American Beauty, but I don't believe it is. It might be Physical Graffiti as the varieties. Then we have our Darwee Florida Native blueberries, which have not been in the ground long and are loaded with little blueberries. So, got 3 of these here. I'm trying to make a big cluster out of them. And we'll head over this way, and we got the Barbados gooseberry.
Cape gooseberry.
No, Cape gooseberry. I got a couple gooseberries. Yeah, Cape gooseberry. Makes fruits like a tomatillo, and it's just been fruiting all winter and just keeps making fruits. So they're cool. And then over here, we have a Savannah cherry, which almost died, and it now looks like it's starting to go. It's only been in the ground a couple of weeks. And my June plum, which I moved because I thought it was a large one, had it in the back. Turns out it's a dwarf, and it couldn't be behind everything. It's not going to get much taller than this, so, but it's already starting to come back.
Here's one of the Cape gooseberry fruits inside its little skin. Let's see, little orange fruits. They're super yummy. You just throw away the skin. Okay.
Here we have the Everglades tomato, Florida native, grows great year-round here.
Here's spiderwort.
Gigantic, crazy spiderwort. And this is a Walters ground cherry. This is a Florida native, similar to the Cape gooseberry we were just looking at, but a Florida native version. So, and it looks like it's trying to flower. So
it is.
I only had it in the ground like a week. All right, so we'll head this way. We have Mamey sapote.
Excited about that one.
And yeah, that one is the Madonna variety. So, and here we have an achachiru, also called the achacha for short. We'll see how this one grows. Kind of a slow grower. Hopefully it comes around. And we have our Barbados cherry, which I believe is 2 trees together, I noticed. So we'll see what we do with that. Black Jaboticaba, which is very happy. It's supposed to be a slow grower, but in less than like about a year maybe, it's already more than doubled in size or tripled in size. So this is my Thai everbearing mulberry, which has gone psycho. It finally looks like it's taken off, considering it was a single twig when I put it in the ground. And I was told this is a Pakistan mulberry, but obviously it's not based on the fruit, but it's another one that looks like it's going to produce well. It's been making fruit at that size the whole time we've had it. And we have a sweet tamarind back here, which looks like it's starting to get some sprouts. So
yep.
It's happy.
It is. Yay.
This is a rose apple, also called a Malay apple. Makes rose flavored little fruits. Not really like an apple, but. And we have a couple jasmines in a pot. Probably going to go in the ground somewhere. And our pink guava, new addition, of course, too. And it's already making new growth. So
yeah, everybody's happy in their new homes.
And then back here in the corner, we got your gigantic dandelion she's going to keep and harvest, and probably even harvest the roots on it. And with it is the star apple, also called a kaimito, purple kaimito. And then here we have a new avocado, or Oro Negro makes a black avocado and makes them in the winter time. Its fruit production is January, February, December, that time of the year. I have mints back there. I'm probably going to have to replace them.
Yeah, they're in rough shape.
And we got our peach tree, which was completely dead and made a nice comeback. And, oh, can you see it down there? We got peaches. Look at that. We got little peaches.
Peaches.
There's probably a dozen of them on here or so. And the giant Turk's cap hibiscus in the corner here. Careful, we got all this. Oh, how about this?
The fig.
We have the fig, the Celeste fig. They say you can't put it in the ground here in Florida, and it's already doubled in size, and it's only been in the ground a couple weeks, so I'll say it's happy. And our Kerry mango, which decided not to flower this year. I decided to push all new growth except for this one panicle, and has a couple fruits, and I don't know if they're going to stick around. But
only a couple fruits.
I went ahead and trimmed all the new growth to set it up for next year then, if nothing else. And our new mango, our Maha Chinook, which is supposedly one of the best varieties out there, according to some. So it's new in the ground. Another Barbados cherry, with a ladybug.
Oh, we got a ladybug friend.
Got a ladybug right there on the leaf.
Oh, I see it.
Alright.
Alright.
You're probably going to want
Okay, over here we've got a little shade nursery that we're keeping. Our plants that need shade or our new ones. So let's begin.
So here we have the small leaf Camellia sinensis, which is tea. I actually pulled that out of the ground because it was suffering where it was at. I also have the large leaf variety, 2 of those.
These are the plant you actually make tea out of.
Here we have edible ginger, which is in a big pot now. We have the new addition here, the blackberry jam fruit. The little fruit, yellow fruits, and the center tastes like creamy blackberry jam. They make them in the winter, so that's new and fun. We also have this new one here called a gin berry.
Oh, those are good.
And it makes neat little tiny fruits like little mini cherries. Here we have the Ceylon cinnamon, which has died, come back, died. It's trying to come back again. We got another hibiscus, the hibiscus caliphus, I believe. And then we just got this today.
Papaya.
The papaya. That's a new one. Here we have Panadol, which is a medicinal.
Big.
Taken over here. And we have a white jade pineapple, which likes shade a little more. We have wood betony down here, an herb. It's coming still alive. We have cardamom, a whole cluster of cardamom here. We have a vanilla orchid back in there.
Right there, yeah.
And we got Florida native coffee. There's a cilantro down there and a thyme down there too.
Oh yeah, hiding in the back.
Hiding down there.
Thyme
Cilantro.
and culantro.
And then we have the, I forgot the name. The hanging basket is a medicinal plant that's great for your skin. That's a new one we're going to learn about there.
Yep.
And here we have, oh, my persimmons I just grafted today. New woodstock and a couple varieties. We'll see if those take and survive.
Yeah, we took a grafting class today, and he grafted on a side veneer graft and a cleft bud graft. So we'll see how this goes. This is a persimmon too, actually, so we'll have kind of a cocktail fruit tree.
And we have this vine medicinal, I forgot the name of it.
Yeah, it's got a complicated name, so we're learning. We just got these last week. Okay, moving to the other side.
Alright, here we have the Meyer lemon, which is brand new in the ground, and it's trying to make flowers and fruit too, so very cool. And here we have the giant finger lime variety, full of thorns, so be very careful.
This one's super thorny.
But it makes big finger limes, and they're almost seedless, so. And here's my Natchez blackberry, thornless, and I got this fence trellis I put up to try to grow the vines on here, so. And I'll let this hit the ground and make a lot of roots. And then over here I got purple passion fruit. She wants to collect the leaves and the flowers off of that. And if it makes fruits, cool.
Yeah.
I can grow on the same
Oh look,
trellis.
it's already curling.
Oh yeah, no, it's ready to go. And then I have Barbados gooseberry. It's a vining thorny cactus. And yeah, it will grow monstrous.
Edible leaves.
I've had to keep it tamed back quite a bit. And then here I have the Indian giant Thai jujube, I believe it is. I believe it's an Indian variety called giant Thai jujube. So, but yeah. And it's definitely starting to take off here a little bit. So.
Oh yeah. That's a rare one actually. This one. Look at those cool curly leaves.
Yeah, and it's a thorny one too.
Yep.
Makes fruit in the winter.
Okay, to the front. So out in the front yard, we've had a super huge update. He has created this big mulch square right in the front yard, and we have created a little oasis around the loquat.
We have pineapple guava, pahoya. This thing's already taken off in this spot. Here's your other Vitex chasteberry, which is already grown new growth too. And we have a sweet almond bush, great pollinator, and it looks cool. Hibiscus radiatus has went psycho. It was just a twig when one stick when I shoved it in the ground.
It's an edible. Yep.
Here we have a buttercup, and that one's just for flowers. Looks cool.
Really good native pollinator. Oh, yeah.
Loquat, I trimmed it back. It fruited twice this year, and it got a trim, so the Yehuda loquat doing well. This is a goldenrod. This is one of your medicinals, I believe, so for flowers and stuff.
Native type, pine barren.
Here we have a hibiscus. This is the most common one you see around everywhere. And we have the blue porterweed, which is making nice flowers, and it seems to be having a happy home here too.
Yep. Another native pollinator.
And we have another Barbados cherry out front. It likes a lot of sun, so we'll let it grow. This is a tropical hibiscus, a little different than the other hibiscus. I believe the leaves and stuff are edible on this one also.
Yep.
And we have our comfrey, which is growing over there, doing crazy.
Another crazy comfrey hanging with the loquat.
And this is the Melaleuca tea tree, which they make tea tree oil out of. It's not like the tea you drink, so.
Yep, that's a medicinal plant. This is my African iris, which I absolutely love, and I do harvest the flowers from. And on this side is the never-ending mulch pile. Every time it gets small, it seems to fill back up again, and the plumeria hiding in the corner. So a lot more land to play with. Yeah. And back over on the raised bed side, we have cleared out every bit of area to the back of it, and we're going to be turning this into more cultivated land space. So we've really got a lot of future plans. Everything is in motion, and we're just really excited about what's going on. So if anybody has any questions or anything, or, you know, anything, just give us a shout out. Hope you enjoyed it. Happy gardening.